we are going to look at how to use Cronometer, which is a free app for you to optimize your nutrition and to get everything in the right micronutrient density that you need. So first thing you need to do is log in or sign up. Now, I'm not going to sign up. It's very simple. You can run through that. Clearly, I already have a login, as do a lot of my clients. So log into the actual app. There's a free and a paid version. Personally, I use the paid version because it can give us more information, but the free app is perfectly okay as well. This is how to use it. It's very basic. So add food. Okay, click on where it says add food at the top. There it goes. Whatever you want to add, you put into your search diary. So let's say we want to put in spinach, just for argument's sake, and you will come up with lots of different types of spinach, all of which are related in some way. Generally, we want to use a raw spinach, and then you're going to come up down here with the measurements. So I personally like to use grams because I know what my weight's going to be. However, if you want to use the teaspoon, cup pieces, ounces, cups, whatever suits you best, then that's absolutely fine. So let's say I want to put in 250 grams of spinach, add the serving, and it goes in. Okay, very simple. And you can go through your whole food diary like that. So if I'm going to have eggs with my spinach in the morning, put in egg. Now, do I want it cooked? Do I want just egg white, fried eggs, dried, so on and so forth? So realistically, I want eggs whole. Let's have a look. Dried, cooked, raw, fresh. There we go. So now I know that we are looking at one large, in this case, whole raw egg. It's not been cooked. I'm going to leave that till later on. So I'm going to add 3 of those, add the serving, and so on. Okay, what else am I going to have with breakfast? Let's have some smoked salmon. There it is. I'm going to have, not going to have that much, but we're going to go grams and 100. Add some tomatoes. Same again, go to grams. For me, it's going to be 150. Add, and I also want some turkey in there. Turkey slices. And go again with the grams, and it's going to be 150. Okay, so add serving. So that basically is going to constitute, in this particular case, a breakfast. Right, now, if we move down, we can see the amount of calories that comes up, and then this box here that pops up will show us where the calories are coming from. We can see how much protein is in it, how much carbohydrate, and how much fat. We can also look further down here and see where the vitamin and mineral content of the foods that we're eating is. Now, this is where our nutrient density comes in. So if I look at the B vitamins, I can see that thiamine is 33% of the daily allowance. My riboflavin, niacin, B6, B12, and so on, these are all already up to 100% just in that one meal, which is fantastic, by the way. Some of the minerals, calcium, copper, and so on and so forth, some of them are hit, some of them aren't. And then we've got all the amino acids, which is basically your protein intake. Now, remember, that's just breakfast, so it's not a problem that we haven't hit all the targets. So next one, let's go to lunch, and we are going to have, what we're going to have for lunch? Let's have some salmon fillet. Salmon fillet, and they come in 125 gram portions, and I'm going to put this into my lunch. So if you're using the, let me see, copy. Now, if you're using the paid version, you're able to do this. If you're not using the paid version, then you're just going to have one big long list, and that's fine. It's not a massive issue. So, lunch, we've got salmon. I want some bok choy, because I know for a fact that it is hugely nutritionally dense. 250 grams. I'm going to also add some mushrooms. 200, and I'm going to add some endive. Now, clearly I know what works and what doesn't work, especially for me. So these little chaps should be in lunch. Okay, so I'm able to put in what I need without really looking it up. For you guys, you have got a food list that came with the ebook. All you have to do is use that food list, and whatever's on there, start picking up some ideas from that and putting it into here, and then you can start building your own diet, if you like, your own nutritional plan. So this is now lunch added, and we have now got, as you can see, more of the vitamins add in 100%, and the rest of them are all coming up towards that kind of number. The one that we're going to struggle with is vitamin D. It always is when you are just trying to get it from food. So this is probably going to be supplemented, but we shall move on. So lunch is done. Now dinner. Add food. We shall have some chicken. So chicken breast, 200 grams. We're going to add some cruciferous vegetables now, so broccoli. 200. This is just making life easy and making it quick so you can see how to do it. Asparagus, 150. And what else do you think we need? I'm looking where the shortfalls are now. So we're short in calcium and we're short in vitamin D. So we are going to add the mineral water. There's a clue in the title there, so it's got minerals in it. 3 litres a day is what I drink. And what you'll see is we're now hitting all of our micronutrients and all of our amino acids. They're the ones we want to look at. The two things that we're short of, fibre and vitamin D. Well, we knew the vitamin D was going to be short anyway, so we're going to add a vitamin D supplement. And it is the one we want, or the one we use. Now foods, D3 K2 spray. Okay, doesn't like that, can't find it. No, doesn't like that either. So we're going to look again in a different format. D3 K2 spray. There it is. And we're going to use 3 sprays a day. Add. And what you'll find is we now have a full complement of vitamins and minerals and amino acids done. Okay, very simple. But here's the thing to look at. We've now got a breakfast, lunch and dinner. We are hitting everything. We are very slightly short on fibre. I can deal with that in a second, that's not a problem. But the overall calorie intake is only 1,379 calories. We've got 183 grams of protein, 31 grams of carbohydrate, 50 grams of fat. If you go back to your book, you'll see that that's hitting pretty much the numbers that we suggested. Okay, now this fibre. If I go and hover over here, it shows us where the fibre is coming from. So that box that pops up shows us the foods where the fibre is coming from and in what order. Now, if I want to put more fibre in, I've got to increase some of those numbers, and that's going to bring us to where we want to go. So we can put in a bit more broccoli. If you want to change something, you can change it in the box. And I'm going to put 300 grams. To be honest with you, 300 grams is really quite quick to get, or quite easy to get in, sorry. It's quite a heavy product. Where we now, spinach is the next one. Let's make that 250. Well, it's already 250, so let's put some more spinach in. Let's have a look. No, I don't want to put more spinach. I want to do something else. What about if we put more asparagus? Should we make that 200? And there we're done. Okay, so now we've got everything hit exactly as we need it. Anything that's red just means it's more than is advised. It is not a problem, right? Now, on this particular app, because it's the paid version, you can also see the alkalinity of this particular setup. And this one is more alkaline than it is acid, which again is another great thing. The calcium magnesium ratio is exactly where it should be. Potassium sodium is exactly where it should be. Zinc and copper is just within the numbers it should be. The omega-6 and omega-3 is right. So you cannot get anything better than that setup. And in total, we're looking at 1,425 calories for someone that weighs about 195 pounds. That's low. If I was going to lose weight or looking to lose weight, following this on a daily basis, 3 main meals a day will have the best impact for me while keeping muscle mass on and while keeping all the vitamins and minerals in me that I need. So that's how to start and design your own plan. By all means, design it over 3 or 4 days and have different days with different foods on so you potentially don't get bored. Some people like to eat the same thing all the time. Either way is absolutely fine. If you want to copy this onto the next day, if you go into this corner, press on the little arrow down, copy current day, and then you go to the next day, which happens to be the 30th tomorrow, and I'll paste it all, it'll all come up exactly the same. Okay, so very simple, very easy to use, and you can really spend a lot of time messing around and putting the foods in that you like, that are nutrient dense, and that's going to get you the exact numbers that you need.